Hey, greetings. Welcome back to Sean's Irish Whiskey Shelf. Hey, before we get started this evening, a couple of standard reminders. First of all, if you like any of my videos as you watch them, please consider clicking the thumbs up button so that you can like the video. And if you'd like to be notified when new videos are released, please consider subscribing. You know, all of the people who produce YouTube videos depend on likes and subscriptions to help keep the YouTube algorithm happy so we can spread our videos and get more visibility. So if you haven't already done that, please consider doing one or both of those. Also, if you're on Facebook, I do have a Facebook page, Sean's Irish Whiskey Shelf. Check it out. I love to interact with my viewers. You can drop me a note, tell me what you're drinking, maybe agree or disagree with something that I've tried on a video. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll answer the comments that you leave there. Also, another great Facebook page that you might want to check out if you like Irish whiskey is the Irish Whiskey Fans of America. Fabulous page, lots of great people, not a ton of volume, so you don't have to worry about getting overwhelmed. But what volume is on there is good stuff. So if you're on Facebook and you want to interact with a whole lot of Irish whiskey lovers, check out that site. All right, so what I have for you this evening are 2 bottles of Hyde Irish whiskey. Now, Hyde is not something that I've had on my shelf until recently. I picked up this bottle of Hyde number 3 for Christmas. A friend gave that to me. And Hyde number 6 I got from my local retailer a few days ago. So I figure, okay, let's try it out here tonight and see what we've got. So starting off with Hyde number 3. This is the Aras Cask, is also the name on it. This is a limited edition, right? They don't distill this on a regular basis. So if you can find Hyde number 3 and you like single grain whiskeys, you're going to want to pick this up because it doesn't come around all the time. One thing that I like about these, it's kind of cool actually. Right on the neck, they tell you exactly when the bottle was filled and which bottle this is out of the batch. So for example, Hyde number 3 here, this was bottled in July of 2016, and it's bottle number 4259 out of 5,000. So kind of gives you a little bit of information on when this was bottled. Now, this is non-chill filtered. Actually, they're both non-chill filtered. So as a reminder, what that means is if you like to drop a little bit of ice in your whiskey, you may see a little bit of particulates or just little white flecks in the whiskey. There's nothing to be alarmed about. It just means that that filtration process did not take place before they bottled it. It wasn't chill filtered, so not a big deal. Some folks will say that just adds to the body, adds to the flavor of the whiskey. You get the true whiskey when it's not chill filtered. So these are both non-chill filtered. They're both 46%, 92 proof. Like I said, this is single grain. It's a corn that they use. Pure corn grain, I should say. It's matured in ex-bourbon barrels and it's distilled in the coffee copper column stills. So like the Angus coffee, High and Wicked, back here that we've tasted on a previous show, the still for this is a very large column. That's the still that they use for this. So Hyde number 3, the Aras Cask. Hyde number 6, this is the President's Reserve. This can be found a little more readily. This is a blend, right? Where this is 6 years old and is a single grain. This is a blend of 8-year-old single grain and 18-year-old single malt. Right? So the 8-year-old single grain makes up 75% of this bottle, and the 18-year-old single malt makes up 25%. This was bottled in December of 2019, and just for information's sake, it's bottled 2158 out of 5,000. All right, this is matured, this Hyde number 6 is matured in Oloroso sherry casks for 9 months. So after they blend the 8 and 18-year-old, they put it into Oloroso sherry casks and let it age for another 9 months. And interesting information, so Hyde is named in honor of Ireland's first president, Douglas Hyde. So just a little bit of interesting information. And of course, Hibernia Distilleries, which puts out Hyde Irish whiskey, they like to say it's all about the wood. Okay? They take great care in choosing the wood that they let their Irish whiskeys mature and age in. So we're going to give both of these a try, and we're going to see how they taste, how they stack up to each other, and let's have our first sip. All right, Hyde number 3, single grain. You definitely get that little bit of burn, all right, like you would expect maybe, from something that's a bourbon. I always think of bourbon. Bourbon has that nice alcohol burn. You've got the alcohol burn in this. Probably a little more than I would expect from a 92 proof. I don't know that I would expect that much burn, but it's there. As far as taste goes, a single grain whiskey typically has a little bit of sweetness to it, and this does. I can taste a little bit of that sweetness. Not a bad whiskey. Not a bad whiskey at all. I would drink this again in a heartbeat. All right, let's go check out Hyde number 6 here, President's Reserve. Much smoother. So again, they're both 92 proof. This does not burn like Hyde number 3 does. Very, very smooth. Very well balanced, I think, drop of Irish whiskey here. For an Irish whiskey that is 1/4 single malt, I can kind of pick up that single malt kind of peaty taste, but it's not my palate. Single malt is not my palate. If you're a regular viewer, you know that. And I'm not picking it up very much in this. Not picking it up much at all. I think this is just a very smooth Irish whiskey. I would say of the two, I would say that the number 6 here, the President's Reserve, I think if I had to pick between the two, I would probably take this one. It should have a little bit of a sweeter taste to it because it's been in the Oloroso sherry casks. You can pick that up a little bit. This one obviously has a sweetness too, which I mentioned, but it has that bite to it, which this one does not. And I think that makes this bottle just a little bit more of my preference. Try one more. Yeah, I can taste the single malt in there, but definitely not as bad as some others. Let's go back to text number 3 one time. Yeah, definitely has a burn. In fact, the nose on number 3, when you check the nose on it, I mean, even when you check the nose on it, you can tell that it's going to have some burn to it. So, again, your preference, all right? If you like an Irish whiskey that has a punch, that really throws itself out there and lets you know what it's all about, that's it right there. Hyde number 3, the Aras Cask. If you want something that's a little smoother, something that's not going to jump out and get right in your face and kick you right in the teeth, Hyde number 6, right? That's just a much gentler blend. I really think the Hyde number 6 for me would be my preference. Does that mean that I don't like number 3? Heck no. I think they're both great Irish whiskeys. I would sip on either of them. Sitting out, having my cigar, reading a book, they'd both be perfect. I would just pick this one first. If I could only pick one, it would be the number 6. So. All right, well, that's all I have for you right now. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you got something out of it. In the meantime, until we meet again, I hope that you all enjoy your Irish whiskey. I'm sure you're all out there drinking Irish whiskey on a regular basis. At least I hope you are. And enjoying every drop. Just remember to do it responsibly, right? I want to see you for the next video. And until we meet again, I'd like you to be well and be safe. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye now.